Gosh darn it. Let's see what's popping with this new Wi-Fi, y'all. Let's see what it do. All right, come show your boy some love. Hold on, damn, man, I'm fucked up. I forgot to get juice. Ain't that some shit? Hold on a second, y'all. I gotta take my Tylenol. What's up with y'all? What's going on, man? How's everybody doing? I love y'all, man. You heard? I do it for the love of the people. You dig? I do it because I love life. I love YouTube. I love my peoples. I love God. I love Tylenol. I love Barbara because I'm official tissue. You heard? How I'm sounding, trying out this new Wi-Fi that I got. This is good. This is a good look. If this Wi-Fi is sturdy, then I could go. I don't need to use no hotspots or because the other phone, like I said, I don't like going live with it. And I gotta go get the new phone. I haven't got. Let's hope that. What a shout to Spain though. That's a fact. Let's see how the new phone is working too. You know, you can never have enough phones, right? Especially if you're a baller like me. Word. How I'm sounding, Barbara? Let me get a sound check, damn it. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I'm sick like the flu. Let me take my pills. All right. Jenny, what's up? Jenny. That's your rest in peace. My man had a girl named Jenny, right? And there was a serial killer from Long Island, but he was killing girls from the Lower East Side and stuff like that. He was going picking up, prostitutes, and he killed my man's girl, and they made a song about her. The serial killer's name was Joe Rifkin. He's one of the most prolific pieces of what ever to do it. He killed, I don't even know how many girls, man. He killed a lot though, probably like 20 girls. He's one of the worst, may she rest in peace. And that's my man's girl. They made a video about a rap song and everything. They used to play it on Video Music Box. Shout to my son Popcorn. Straight up. Her brother made the song with them, the girl that got killed. You dig? She was from Brooklyn. She was from Williamsburg. You heard? May they rest in peace. Let me see how many Joe Rifkin bodies Joe Rifkin got. He's a creep. Real weirdo. Joe Rifkin, serial killer. He's 67 years old. He's still alive. He killed a lot of women, man. They sentenced him to 203 years. Yeah, man, she rest in peace. Keels, what up? Salute, bro. Thank you for coming, bro. Yeah, Joe Rifkin. He's a real creep, like I said. Killing 17 in New York. 17 women, bro. Raised in Long Island, he was typically targeted sex workers, strangling them and disposing of their bodies. And trial and sentencing was in 1993. Victims, he was convicted of 9, but he's suspected of around 20. You know what I'm saying? And you know how they caught this weirdo? He was he had killed a bunch of girls. May they rest in peace. But we know what you mean. You're trying to say may she rest in peace. And may she rest in peace. Like I said, that was my man's shorty. And shout out to my man Popcorn. He was a rapper. And he made a song with his partner, and they put her brother on the song. You feel me? The song is on YouTube. It was fly. It was a dope song too. 203 years they gave him. And they caught him because a cop was gonna pull him over for something, and he had a body in the car wrapped up in and whatever. And I used to wrap them up in like rug and carpet, and the cop smelt it and he booked it on the cop. He took off and he went on a high-speed chase with the police. And that was the end of his spree. You know what I'm saying? Listen, those dudes like that, those are creeps. They're no good. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get into what I feel about them because I'm trying to be a little more reserved and you know what I'm saying? But YouTube is so strict now. You don't know what you could or can't say. But rest in peace to anybody that life has been taken by a low life like that is just an abuser of women. Ted Bundy. A lot of them have the same MO. 17 women, and they don't know he possibly more. It was more. He was. A lot of times they pick up prostitutes. Those are the easiest people to, do it to because they're in the street. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times their families don't know where they are. And they're easier victims than anybody else, especially back then. Now it's a little harder because you got all this forensic science and cameras everywhere, and people are more prone to go to the police now. But back in them days, they said something about him on Seinfeld. Okay, yeah, he was a prolific. Look at Ted Bundy. He did the same thing. He used to all of them. They preyed on women. The guy, what's his name? But anyway, the Green River killer and the guy from upstate, I forget his name. A lot of them are in state penitentiaries in New York. Joe Rifkin's is up north somewhere in a you know what I'm saying? He's got a bunch of life sentences though. He's still alive, like I said. He's a real creep. You know what I'm saying? He's probably in because these dudes, you know what's crazy about these dudes? Yo, what up, 1609? Salute. Shorecraft, thank you, Keels. Thank you, bro. That's the one I was trying to think of right now. Shorecraft. Yes, in Rochester, yes. Are you up in Rochester? All right, yo, you know what's crazy, Keels? My uncle got a wifey that was going to the University of Rochester when all that stuff was taking place. And he wouldn't allow her to go nowhere by herself or, you know what I'm saying? And he was doing the same thing. That was his MO with the prostitutes and they caught him because people were looking to see if anybody was going to go back to the body. And he messed up. He went back to the body and he was doing all types of freaky stuff with the body. And they caught him. They seen him from a helicopter because that river freezes up. The Genesee. It's the Genesee. You know what I'm saying? The Genesee River. I got a lot of people that lived in Rochester too. My man, he's always telling me, yo, Quinn, I'm over here by Flower City. Shout to Etho, the rappers and all of them from Flower City too. That song Flower City is one of my favorite songs. But yeah, shout to Rochester, man. Shout to the Rock, man. So I got a lot of people. I've met a lot of good dudes from Rochester too. When in my travels with the New York State Penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Some really good dudes from Buffalo. Shout to Rough Buff. Shout to the whole upstate. Utica, Poughkeepsie, the Cuse. Like a lot of good dudes upstate, man. Ellenville, Newburgh, like just the whole upstate. Rockland, Wayo, all that. A lot of good people. The people come from all over, man. That's why I adhere to the way of life. Like it's not where you from, it's who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? There's good people everywhere. Feel me? Shout to these people, man, that are suffering in the world right now with this maniac that we got running the country, man. It's so sad, man. I want to send a rest in peace to those schoolgirls that were, unalived. When he did that sucker stuff, bombing these people for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody jacking that, you a fool. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many videos I see right now where people voted for that. and they're repossessing their land. Their farms are not making any money. You know what I'm saying? They voted for him, and he snatched up one of their relatives and sent them back to the country. Like, all these people voted for that. You feel me? And I don't like when people say, this group of people voted for him or that. All groups of people voted for him. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about a race. It's about idiocracy. Stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's white people, black people, Spanish people that voted for him. You know, what it boils down to, if you voted for him, you're just a fool. War is ugly because, dig it, right? The civilians and the soldiers are the only ones that die and get injured. None of these politicians, they don't lose a wink of sleep. You know, we got to stay prayed up. You got to think positive. Yeah. Hold on a second. My bad, y'all. I had to. Yeah, but listen. That was even that. Listen, yeah, that dude is a creep, right? The Maduro, whatever his name is, Manduro. We're gonna call him Maduro, right? Maduro. To the people that don't know what that means that's a banana. The plátanos, the stuff that they fry, the fried banana. Anyway, he didn't do that because he cares about the people of Venezuela. He did that because he was gonna benefit from it, and that's why he's doing this now. You understand? You know, like I said, man, the only people that suffer is the soldiers, the families of the soldiers, and the civilians. Oh, gas is bananas right now. But like I said, people thought he listen, when he ran on the premise that he was going to lower the gas prices. He was going to help farmers. This is all the stuff that he said he was going to do. He was going to make the trade better for people, and he was going to help poor people, and he was going to help the blacks and the Puerto Ricans and all this goofy stuff. And he did none of that. He just making it harder for everybody. And another thing too, when you declare war on a country, the American civilians are at risk. Not him, because he has an army around him. He works for the army. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fact. That's a fact, Tigre. Welcome. That's a fact, Tigre. That's a whole fact. He said no new wars. Man, he's a creep. And people are seeing now, all these people that were standing by him, all these famous personalities, Roseanne Barr, and all these people that was jacking him. You know what I'm saying? You see what it is, man. I remember a long time ago when I was a little kid, right? My father used to watch the Twilight Zone, right? And there was one episode where they had the devil. They had the devil, right? The literal devil trapped inside of a prison. And they had a guy that they left him in charge of just guarding the prison. And they told him, no matter what, and the devil was making himself appear as an old man, a sick old man, and they say, "Yo, listen, whatever that he tells you, don't take the rod off the door," because they had a rod that was sealing him in the prison, like a rod of Jesus or something like that. And you know, they leave the guy to watch the prison, and the old man who's really the devil. And they told the nigga, that's not an old man, that's the devil right there. Do now. The old man is like, please, I haven't eaten in 5 days. I'm a sick old man. These crew, they did this, and I promise. And this, he's making him all these promises, and he gets into the dude's head, and the dude takes the staff off, and he walks out. The door opens, and he turns from the old man into the devil. So sometimes, when people talk, you should listen, man. That one thing about when I see something on TV, or I read something, or anytime I'm given some type of information, I don't act like I'm too smart to listen to it. It don't take nothing for you to listen to people, man. And if people are telling you that water's hot, Pay attention to it. You know, people bring stuff. They bring stuff on them, man. You heard the New York City mayor made bold claims and didn't follow through, increasing it on homeowners. Well, look, the mayor, right? As far as that's Mondani, right? As far as he's concerned, he just got in office. So I'm not gonna pass judgment. It's too early. It wouldn't be fair to me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that if he does wrong, I'm not gonna be up here saying the same thing about him. You understand? But it's too early. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I don't do that Republican Democrat stuff. I don't do that, right? Because you know, at the end of the day, there's good and bad on both sides. But on the Democrat side, those are the lesser of the evils. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes, you know, unfortunately, even though I don't agree with government, and you know, I think it's the worst thing that happened to the world ever. But you know, this is the world I live in. So sometimes you got to take a stand with certain people, you know, on a certain side. You know, it is what it is. You know, there's so much this and this. We live in such a racist world. I was watching the video, right? You got this rapper named Tom McDonald. He's a goofy, but he's a racist. And he was going crazy on Bad Bunny, right? Because Bad Bunny speaks Spanish, and then who cares? Let me tell you something. If the performer would have been speaking in French or German, and he was a good person, and he's for the people, that I could care less what language he's trying to bring people together. People get so hung up on race and denominations, you know, your religion, your race, the way you dress, how you look, you know what I'm saying? And none of that matters, or it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. You know, if we're gonna change the world, we got to stop worrying about pettiness. Pettiness is a killer. You know what I'm saying? We got to not worry about we got to stop worrying about petty goofiness and listen, we ain't got much time. We running out of time, man. The water's very polluted. I was just watching a thing today where they're talking about all these vegetables in the stores and all that. They're polluted, they're contaminated because of pesticides and stuff they put in the soil and all that, right? And they're saying that once it grows in the soil, it gets picked up into the air and it gets in the rain and it rains on us too. Like everything is polluted. The air, the rain, the vegetables, the food, like, you know, we in bad shape. You feel me? And we got to get it together, B. Or we ain't going to leave nothing to our children. There's going to be nothing for our children to inherit, you know? And I want these kids to you know, to do better than we did. Feel me? I love humanity. I want to see all children prosper. Not just a certain group of children or a certain race of children or a certain, you know, like, I'm not for that. You know, and I know I joke around a lot. I know I'll be on here like bugging out, making fun and cracking jokes, but that's just, you know, it's important to laugh. Feel me? But that doesn't mean that I'm not aware of what's going on in this world. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that couldn't be further from the truth. New York, I want to speak for New York because New York is the city I live in, right? I've never seen an epidemic of homelessness like this in my life. I can't, it's insane. The numbers of homeless people in New York is bananas. And not only that, like, I go to certain areas, you know, in Bushwick where I'm from, or, you know, I'll be out there and I see a lot of people that I know out there, you know? Oh, yo, that's not a real Gdupkwin. I got to get him out of here. Y'all see you later, fake Gdupkwin. Let me get you up out of here. Get him up out of here. Let me see. Delete comment, put user in timeout, ban user, and delete. Oh, that's the best one. I'm going to pick that one. I'm gonna pick that one. Put user in state of cryogenesis. So let me pick that one. Shout to the trolls though. Shout to the trolls, man. YouTube would be nothing without trolls. Where would we be without trolls? You heard? They should make an option. Impale user on wooden stake. Let me pick that one. Castrate user. Let me pick that one. Make user a eunuch. Let me pick that one. Listen. I'm glad that as I was making that comment that the troll popped out, man. You gotta laugh some. You gotta have fun. You dig what I'm saying? Laughter's good for the soul. I got my gummy bears too. I got gummy savers. These are the best. Gummy savers, you heard? If you ain't never tried them, get you some. They are the most delicious. I love them. Gummy savers, and I got my Sour Patch watermelons too. Delicious, you heard? Incredible. Gdupkwin one. You ain't the real Gdupkwin, nigga. There's only one Gdupkwin. You heard? Hey, yo, listen. I just wanted to come on real quick. I didn't want to stay on too long. I wanted to do a little 20-minute live to touch the people because I've been telling y'all I'm coming on more now. I'm just trying to keep my word to y'all. And I wanted to test this Wi-Fi. And the Wi-Fi is doing lovely, all right? I missed it as I listened to you and searching about Jenny and found a video made 3 years ago by... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Rest in peace to her, man. Like I said, that was my man's wifey. Look, before I get out of here, I'm going to just share this with y'all, right? I got a homeboy also, right? His name is Johnny. He was shot by the son of Sam, and he was unalive. His wife was unalived by her. His name is Johnny, and his wife was unalived, and he was almost unalived too. He survived, but barely. And yo, he survived. He went on to make a lot of money and he was driving a Porsche. He did good for himself. You know what I'm saying? I could say it now. He was a big time cocaine dealer in where I lived at. Audio Gucci, right? Thank you, though. Thank you, Kills, man. And also, you know what's crazy? My man was up north with the son of Sam, right? And he was coming home and he was telling the son of Sam, yo, listen, I'm messed up. I don't got no money when I go home. Son of Sam gave him his ID and told him, yo, put this on eBay. You get a few hundred for it. And he gave it to him to come home with. Life is funny. Life is so. She was gorgeous. That's a fact. That's a fact. She was. Man, she rests in peace, man. Life is crazy, B. You know what I'm saying? God bless you all. I love you all. I'll be on this week, all right? I love you guys. Shout to the Wi-Fi. Thanks to the Wi-Fi gods, man. That's a good look. All right, I'll see y'all later. Rest in peace, Jenny.